we've spent more time trying to land at this airfield than we have getting here. We have burnt up a lot of fuel, but we'll definitely back off the power. We are way too high. I have no idea what his plan was for this. Oh, that was bad. Hey guys, Lone Hawk here, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are continuing our X-Plane 11 Air Hauler 2 series with part 3. So let's begin. So we'll just load up our company. And now that we're at our office, we'll go to the overview map and I'll give you sort of an update of my thoughts of what's going to happen as I sort of hit a bit of an issue. So in the last episode we flew to airfield 5U9 to deliver some building materials. And since we're there, the only mission that's going out of there is to MT43, which you can see up here, which is to take soft drinks. The distance is quite far, that's not too bad. Money's pretty good. The problem is the quantity is 918. I have had a quick look, even with dropping fuel, I can't quite get close to that figure in total available room. So we'd have to make 2 trips to be able to do that. Which is not something I want to do, as it is going to be close to an hour-and-a-half flight. So that means we're eventually going to fly there, fly back for no reason, and then fly all the way back again, making the flight take close to 4 to 5 hours to actually complete for that. And I don't really feel like doing that. So the other thing I did look at was, say, taking commodities out of the airfield 5U9 and delivering them somewhere. The only thing is there is no commodities available there at all. Now the closest airfield that does have commodities is down here, which is Great Falls. So what I reckon we're going to do is just go for sort of a free flight, fly down to Great Falls and look at then getting commodities and then trying to take them south. Alright, so since we're doing sort of just a free flight and not a cargo flight, I will show you how you set that up. So if you want to do a free flight, you just come up here to company info, you go to your fleet, you click on the aircraft that you wish to do the flight with, and then you go down here to fly this aircraft south. Once you've clicked on that, it'll ask you to what airfield you want to fly to. So we want to go to Great Falls, which is KGTF, and that's it there. Then it'll bring up the cargo loading screen. So as we have enough fuel on board to make this trip, we've got current 56%. We're not going to bother taking any extra fuel, so we'll just go okay. It'll then bring up the flight plan. So we want to go from our last position. And the date has changed to today. So this will be the next day. So we're just going to need to adjust the UTC time. So we're going to travel at about 11 o'clock local, which should work out to about 6 o'clock UTC time. In the evening, so we will just change that to 6. To change it from AM to PM, you just push the up arrow or down arrow and that'll change it. We've got the time. We will go IFR because I am going to try to set a flight plan with this. We'll see how that goes. The airfield elevation at Great Lakes is 3,500, so we might drop it down to about 7,000, I reckon. And we will see how that goes. Now, in the real world, obviously at certain altitudes are heading in certain directions. I can't remember which way it is for north and south, so we'll just leave it at 7. But hopefully in the next video, I'll look that up and we'll get that done correctly. So we'll go accept route and fly now that we're happy with it. And we will launch X-Plane 11. Alright, so let's get the aircraft started. We will turn the battery on. Set our mixture to full and we'll start to turn the engine. Started, get the alternator on. Oops, I forgot the beacon light, not to worry. Get the avionics turned on. Alright, so now we need to set up our GPS for where we're going. So we will go flight plan. We will clear both of these. That's where we are. That's actually good. We'll leave that there. And we will... Oh, wrong button. Clear. Sun to K. Just gotta double check. It's KGTF. Almost was. Oop. There we go, that's where we're going, and accept that is our flight plan. So we'll also go ahead and set up ATC. Over. Now you probably want to leave auto tune recommended frequencies. That'll just change the frequencies while you are flying around to make it easier for you so you don't have to manually do that. So we'll go file flight plan, then we want to go to Cessna, as that's what we're flying. 5 is probably quicker. Right down to, we're in the 172 Skyhawk, and departure airport, our arrival airport is KGTF, and we set our cruising altitude of 7,000, and we will file a flight plan. And that's it. Now it doesn't look like, obviously there is ATC controllers here at this airfield, which is no surprise, it's not that big. So hopefully before we get into Great Falls, there will be a controller to sort of help direct us, but we will just leave this window off here to the side, and if we do have any options available, they will pop up down here. It is a bit confusing as it does just leave file flight plan there, even though we have technically done it. That seems to work, so just ignore that. Alright, so let's get flying. I'm just going to take an external view and figure out exactly where the airfield is. So we can just sort of turn straight around and we'll head off that way. That's probably the easiest way to go. That handbrake off, the park brake. Always get it. And we can change this off of flight plan now that it's set. And you can see that it's the purple line that I was talking about in the last episode, letting us know where we're going to go. So we shouldn't have too much problems finding this airfield. Yeah, I just didn't want to do that mission where we had to sort of go back, not sort of achieving much by doing a flight where we've got to, you know, head backwards at all. So we'll just do this short flight to Great Lakes, and hopefully we can find something there. Now this is a very short grass runway. We are probably going to overshoot it, and we have. Ooh, can we get up though? Yes. Alright, that wasn't too bad. So we'll start to bank to the right. So with the commodities, you can basically just load them onto your aircraft from one place by buying them at a lower price, and then going to another airfield that will buy them from you at a higher price. Obviously sort of the same as all sort of business, selling consumables and stuff like that. So, you know, the buy low, sell high. So yeah, that should be alright. I did have a quick look. There is, I think building materials is one of the things that we can pretty much head almost dead south to sell and make a decent profit. It was about $10 per unit. So if we can take, you know, 300 or 400 units, that's, you know, $3,000 or $4,000. It's not bad at all. We'll just slowly cruise along. We're only going to go to 7,000 this time as well, as obviously 8's probably a little bit high. I'm not super keen to go that high. Probably could have even gone to 5, kept it nice and low. Yeah, 7 should be alright. Also, I did mention in the last episode about the real world weather. It does seem to be staying on, so once I've set it once, I just checked it then, and yeah, it was automatically on. So it seems to be something you don't really have to worry about, which is good. And I was slightly wrong with the time. As you can see, I did set it to 6 o'clock UTC, but it's actually 12. So I think I worked it out going the wrong way with an hour, but that doesn't matter. Let's worry. Still close enough. Now with the days and stuff like that, it'll change. So where I am at the moment, it's the 5th of July. So it has set the game to the 5th of July. So in terms of like when I said you have to make the monthly cost for your business, that is actually in real world months. So if you stop playing for a couple of months, that money will just disappear. But again, you do have a couple of months, you do have the entire month to make that money. So as long as you do sort of at least one flight a month that covers your costs, you should be right. But obviously with that though, if you're not able to get on for a few weeks, that could be rather detrimental to your company. So you sort of need to keep that in mind. Maybe when you do fly, look at trying to build up a bit of profit for a couple of months. For a couple of months, and then go from there, and that gives you a bit of time not to fly if you're a bit busy. So we did a flight for what, $3,500, so that easily pays I think for 2 months on this, so I wouldn't have to do anything else, and we wouldn't have lost any money. But I'm hoping that when we take those goods, that if we can make a good profit of even 4,000 or 5,000, that's pretty good. I'm not sure when the monthly payment is. It does actually tell you on the game under your bases when that is due. I'm assuming it's a month from when you opened, not necessarily a month like the end of the month. But I will have to check that. If you do look back in my, I think the first video, when I would have shown the bases screen really quickly, you'd actually have seen it. But yeah, I can't remember what it said. We're almost at 6,000 feet, so probably going to set the autopilot to hold our altitude. I'll just use my SOTAC panel, that seems to be working. There we go. We'll go at about 4,000. That'll get us up there pretty quickly. We're just slightly heading in the wrong direction. I might adjust this. I want to be heading 194. It is sort of a bit hard to line it up perfect. You sort of got to get it close and then just fine tune it. So that should be 1.8. That should be about 1.9. So we'll go about there. That will get the aircraft to turning that heading. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and skip the video here. I'll return either once we make it to the airfield, or hopefully if ATC does pick up a frequency that can work and we can start communication on that, I'll show you how that works. Hey guys, welcome back. So this is actually the third time I've come back from a skip, because the last 2 times I've had sort of the weather change as the ATC was directing me to land at the runway, and it's thrown him off, and the wind's obviously changed and he's directed us to the entire other side of the runway. So we are virtually back to where I made the first cut after I left, and it looks like we are going to be coming straight in to the runway right there, which I believe it is on a heading of 210, so we should make one more turn and then go straight in. But yeah. So I sort of cut all that out, as I did originally start trying to land from this point over half an hour ago. So we've spent more time trying to land at this airfield than we have getting here. We have burnt up a lot of fuel. I reckon we've gone through at least maybe 5 gallons, or the equivalent of 5 on there. But yeah, because we've been flying around for half an hour, which is longer than the flight actually took to get here. I did fast forward the flight though. When I was doing it, went at 2 times speed. That ran pretty well, didn't seem to have too many issues. We have been told to maintain 6,000, so I just need to get back up there. I believe
Skyhawk 2 Sierra Papa, climb and maintain 6,000.
Yeah, and he's just cracked it at us for not being up there.
Climb and maintain 6,000. Skyhawk 2 Sierra Papa.
So we basically came from here, and then he directed us to fly all the way around to the other side of the runway, to try to land from there. Then the weather changed and he's told us to come all the way back here. So that's sort of been a bit of a pain in the ass, but we're getting there. Hopefully we can land in the next few minutes.
Skyhawk 2 Sierra Papa, fly heading 300, vectors for the visual, runway 21, climb and maintain 6,000. Skyhawk 2 Sierra Papa, fly heading 030.
Yeah, no.
Skyhawk 2 Sierra Papa, fly heading 300. Vectors for the visual, runway 21, descend and maintain 6,000.
So he wants us to turn again,
Fly
so
heading 30.
I'm just going to...
Vectors for the visual, runway 21, descend and maintain 6,000. Skyhawk 2 Sierra Papa.
Actually... Nah, you know what? Yeah, we're just going to cancel our IFR. He keeps stuffing us around, I'm guessing because of the weather. And I don't want to start flying around the airfield all over again. That's just getting ridiculous. I haven't had a problem with it before, but then the weather hasn't been changing so dramatically. So I might need to flick it back up to 30 minutes. Because, yeah, flying around for half an hour and every 15 minutes with the weather changes, you get directed to fly to a different heading is not fun. But we'll definitely back off the power. We are way too high. I have no idea what his plan was for this. But yeah, not happy to be told to turn around again. That's not fun. So we'll sort of deploy our first flaps. Ooh, that should cut quite a bit of airspeed. I'll probably come back up on the power. So hopefully this video won't run for more than sort of 25 minutes, I'm hoping. At the moment, I'm currently at a recording of an hour with the entire sort of flight time that I paused cut out. So once I sort of cut out these last two skips that I've had to refilm, hopefully that can bring it back down to under the half an hour mark, but we'll see. I probably will use ATC leaving from this airfield again, and I'll just change the weather to every half an hour, and we'll see how that goes. This is a rather nice city. It's quite big. You sort of got a river right there in the middle. Yeah, I quite like this airfield. Should have maybe looked at making this our base of operation. We might keep this in mind as a second base for later on. We're definitely getting a massive headwind. Really feel it. I don't understand why he wanted us to turn around. Like, we're perfectly lined up with this runway almost. Like, directing us to come here. I don't know what happened. But yeah, we're here now. So hopefully we can get some good consumables and start taking them down towards Salt Lake City. I don't know if we'll quite make that in one flight from here. We might have to, that might be 2 flights away, but I definitely want to go there. And then I reckon we sort of head down towards LA after that, I'm thinking. Yeah, wow, this turbulence is pretty good. I don't mind it. Definitely making landing much. Oh, it just keeps accelerating up.
30, 20, 10.
Oh, that was bad. We might be paying for repairs. I've crashed. You exceeded airframe G-force. Ooh, not good. Not good at all. Alright, so we will go ahead and finish the flight since we're here. That was bad. Got a positive. Alright, we'll see what happened to the aircraft. Out of X-plane. And we'll go take a look at the condition of the aircraft. It doesn't seem to have changed much. Something else and then go back to it. Oh, so we might have survived that. Alright, I think I'm going to end the video here. So if you did enjoy it, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to stay up to date with all my videos, please hit the bell notification. And until next time, thanks for watching.